Our latest installment, the Rawlings NBC First Pitch, takes us to Springfield, Missouri, and Missouri State. Head coach Keith Guttin joining us. And about 3/4 of the way through the regular season, Coach, and how would you maybe put a bow on the first 3/4 as we go down the season stretch? How's things been going at Missouri State?
Well, it'd be a small bow at this point, Shane. Not as well as we thought or hoped. And, we've got 3 weeks to go. We've got work to do to put ourselves in a good position. Number one, we got to get in the tournament. Number two, we would like to be in a better position than we are certainly now and help ourselves in the bracket.
Most recently, you got a busy week at the time of this visit, but most recently you took 1 of 3 against a really hot Evansville team. And I guess there's one game that you want to win. It's the last one. You guys really broke out offensively. And offense has not really been an issue for the Bears this year. You are loaded up and down the lineup. And I'd like to talk about Zach Stewart and what makes him so special. He's the leader for you guys in all the Triple Crown categories.
Well, he hits the ball really hard, Shane. I think that's the number one thing you think of with Zach. I think Joey Hawkins done a nice job with him. He's not swinging and missing as much. He's not striking out as much. He's walking more than he did a year ago. So I think he's maturing. He's as a hitter with a lot of talent.
And the guys around him, you got a really good core, and you're hitting a bunch of home runs again this year. When things are going well for the Bears, what are a couple of keys for your position players that keeps them locked in this year?
Well, I think, our first 5 or 6 guys offensively are guys that are capable of, when they're going right, hitting for extra bases. That's kind of that core unit. And, Tag Gollard's another guy that's a returning guy that's had kind of a slow start, has really kind of picked it up this last third of the season. Caden Bogenpool's a freshman. Dylan Leach is a portal guy. Nick Rodriguez, another returning guy. So that's been a really good group for us, 1 through 6. And, our 7, 8, 9 guys have all chipped in. And I think as the weather has warmed, we've swung the bat better.
And it seems like you always have a guy in the starting rotation with some real swing and miss stuff. And Brant Thompson seems to be that guy this year for you. Talk about him.
He's been really consistent. His first outing of the year at Monroe was just so-so. But after that, he beat Southern Miss. And I think he got the win against Indiana State. So he's certainly beat some clubs, kept us in every game, through 6 innings, getting into the 7th, certainly 5. So throws a lot of strikes. His walks are down. He's got 4 pitches and just a really good college pitcher.
You talked about your position in the Missouri Valley Conference as we speak right now, and it's certainly not where you would want it to be. Is it a talking point with the team that, hey, we got to take it one game at a time and they're still playing baseball left? Is there any chatter about that yet?
Oh, yeah. That's been going on for a few weeks, certainly. And, I think the league from top to bottom, Shane, is stronger than it has been. I think in years past, you might go in somewhere and going, hey, if we just do our thing, we're going to win this series. But that's not the case anymore. I think every team has good hitters, good positional players. Some teams have more pitching than others. And I think that's kind of what separates it right now.
I'll be interested to see what happens in the Murray State series. It seems like a unique matchup for both of your clubs.
They were good last year. I mean, we went down there, won 2 out of 3 in the regular season, but all 3 games were competitive. They beat us in the league tournament, and then we beat them in the league tournament. So Dan's done a really good job there. I think you look at the 3 clubs that have come in very recently, UIC, Belmont, and Murray, they've all stepped up their game and become very competitive in this league in a short time.
Coach, always good to catch up with you. Best of luck in a busy week, and best of luck down the season stretch too.
Thank you, Shane.